All right, welcome to this tutorial. This is the 90s project, and we're going to start with a picture like this, and we're going to do an edit like this. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go to this photograph here. What we want to do is select her and remove her from the background. So let me show you a new tool. We can go Select, Subject, and it's going to go through and it's going to identify her and create a selection. Not bad. Let's go ahead and add a layer mask there. Okay, so now we've removed her from the background. Let's go ahead and duplicate this layer, drag it down here, and just on the mask over here, let's drag that and put that to the trash. And then make sure you select delete. And you'll go, why did we do that? Well, now we have her separated from that background. So if we turn this off, she's still there. And this helps us create on the background, but not over her. Next thing we want to do is go ahead and add a new layer. And then we're going to go Edit, Fill. Click on Color. So we're going to go get some kind of 90s bright color. So I think we'll start with this. Click OK. So we filled it in. Now let's go over here to the blend modes. And if we just click on one, we can use our arrows now to cycle through and take a look at the different blend modes and see this interacts. There's a few. Hard light. Go back and use this hard light. I like the way that it's creating this kind of vignette where it's dark purple here and we go into blue. We can always come back and change that, but let's leave that for right now. All right, let's go take a look at what else we have in this project. So we've added our color background. Let's bring in some line. Let's do these lines. So let's add another layer, a new layer. And then we're going to go from our brush tool over to our pencil tool. So we've got this kind of bright blue right now. I think I'll start with that. That's good. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here. I'm just going to trace these lines. We're going to kind of like this electric neon effect. If you want to add some jaggedness to it. I'm just doing a freehand selection. I'm just drawing over here. I'm going to do one, and then I'm going to change my color around. And do a second one. I'm going to just end up doing 3 total. You want to be mindful of where you place your mouse so that you can keep a good grip as you're going around the whole time. Okay, let's do one more color, change it up. Maybe this green, yeah. So this is all on the same layer. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go up here to Filter, and let me see, there's a couple different ways of distorting this. I want to go Distort, and let's take a look at Ripple. Let's see what that does. Let's go to the amount. Yeah. So just adjust the slider to what you like. And that kind of does that distorted. I like that. That's kind of an interesting effect. All right. So we've gone through. Let's go back to our image here and see we've done those lines. Let's bring in some of these lines on the background. Okay. Let's make another layer. Now we're going to hold down and go to our, let's see, where is that? Custom shape tool. So you got to find it looks kind of like this starfish. And then up here, we're going to go all the way over here to where it says shapes. And we have all these different shapes in here. So I'm just looking for kind of these textured backgrounds. Actually, I'm going to start with this one first. Okay. So on a new layer, we're just going to, now with this tool, what you do is you actually click and then you drag and you extend your selection. So let me do that again. Let me go back, Control Z. So you want to set your fill color. So click on that and you can set some different fill colors. Let's see, we've got this purple and blue. I think maybe we will go with that green. We'll stick with that green. The stroke is a color outside of it. So if you wanted to add that right now, the line through it means that we're not going to have a stroke on this one. So let's go ahead and drag. I'm click and drag and extend it out. And it leaves this path on here. If we just hit enter, I think the lines go away. So that's kind of cool, but I feel like it's too pronounced. Actually, let's put it below those lines. And let's experiment with the opacity and maybe even the blend mode and see what happens. Oh, that's interesting. So again, I'm just going to pick some things and we can always come back and modify it later. Some of these blend modes really change the color. Let's go with lighten and let's bring this opacity down quite a bit. Okay, and I wanted to let's do another layer, and I wanted to go back and try some other shapes. I'm looking for some lines. Okay, so here's some lines. Let's try this. Let's go change our color around. Okay, and then this time, cancel there. I'm going to just start here, and I've got some lines that are going to go all the way through. Okay, pretty bright. So let's press enter. I'm going to go to my move tool. I'm going to see if I can get these to fill all the way. Control T, that'll help me scale this a little bit larger. I want those lines to go all the way through. And again, let's experiment with lowering the opacity and some of the blend modes. This one's kind of neat here. Where did that go? Give it kind of a textured, pixeled look. Dissolve. And maybe I'll even do a filter. Maybe we'll do the distort. No, distort, ripple. Maybe so I got to convert the object, or let's just rasterize it. And click OK. All right, so we'll see. Let's go on to our next thing. So we've done those lines. Let's see what else we can incorporate. All right, I did in the corner here, I did this interesting brush. So I have some more brushes. Let me go to my brush tool. Let me come over here to my different brushes. Okay, let's see here. I have these moon brushes. So I can, oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's see. All right, so I have this moon brush. My color is going to be blue. Let's see what this does. I'm doing it on its own layer, so if I don't like it, I can bring it back. But look at that. It gives the texture of the moon. I don't know, something different. Let's see. What else can we do? Just showing you a lot of different features here in Photoshop. So that was the moon there. There's a bit of a gradient that I added. Let's see if I can do that. So let's add another layer here and go into the gradient tool. So there's a bunch of different preset gradients. Maybe I'll do this one here. And what I can do is just start here, drag over, and it fills in everything. But remember, we can always lower the opacity if I want it to be subtle, and experiment with my blend modes. I'm just looking to do some subtle changes here. Okay, I'm going to add another layer here, and I'm going to go up to my brush tool. This time, I'm going to go up here. I've got these different fog brushes, and I'm going to create this fog effect in the front. Let's see what else. Okay, so I found my fog brush. This time I'm going to take this layer, I'm going to put it up above her. Let's see what this does. And I've made this brush really big so that it extends all the way over the canvas. And then I click on it, and wow, and I have this weird green fog. So let's see what else. All right, I feel pretty good with what we've created here and where we're at. So let me review the different layers that you need to have. We started off with the photograph of her. We added that fill layer. We also added the shapes. We went into the toolbar and found the shapes. So we did that weird kind of geometric shape, and then we did the lines. We also added the moon brush, so you need to add that into your brushes and use that. We added a gradient. These are more lines. What lines are these? Oh yeah, these are the lines that we drew over there. So we did the lines there, and then we did the filter. What was it? Filter, distort. Let me select the distort and ripple. Here's that other version of her. This is the one that's separated so that nothing's interfering with her except for then we have the fog on top, which is kind of creating that eerie fog above her. So those are the requirements on this project. I look forward to seeing how you guys make them unique and customize them to your own liking.